Jada Miller.
Jada Miller. And when were you a student at the middle school?
A couple years ago. I don't remember. I'm a senior now, so if that counts.
So you're a senior at Penwood High School now?
Yep.
Okay. And what was your favorite thing? Who were some of your teachers when you were at the middle school?
I had Miss Carey. I had Denenza. I had Jew. I had, who else did I have?
Miss Linden?
No, I never had Miss Linden, but Miss Linden was very nice to me.
Oh.
I never had Miss Linden, though.
And who was your favorite teacher of all time?
My favorite teacher was Smythe, for sure.
Obviously.
For sure.
And true or false, Denenza was a terrible teacher, for the record.
False. I'm not agreeing with you on that.
So what's some of the things that you remember most about your time at the middle school? Like stuff that you did. It was fun. What were some things that were fun that you remember?
We used to have so much, we used to do so much, activities. We always had something going on in the gym. We always had something going on in the halls. It was, always just something going on. When y'all used to dress up on Halloween, y'all used to come and just looking the way y'all look every day. It was just fun.
Does that type of stuff not happen at the high school? No. It's more how would you compare the high school experience to the middle school experience?
High school, it's not a bad experience, but it's not as fun as middle school. Middle school, they let a lot of stuff slide. Middle school is where they show you what high school is going to be. They don't fully show you, but they give you a glimpse of what it's going to be. When I first got in there, I'm thinking, I still had my 8th grade mentality, coming there acting a fool for no reason.
And what, so when you were at middle school, what type of student were you?
A hothead.
So what do you mean when you say hothead? What are some of the things? Just generally.
Any little thing would tick me off to the point where I will argue with anybody in sight for no reason. It could be the slightest thing. Go sit in your seat. Who you talking to?
So you got in trouble. You got in trouble a lot at the middle school. And what's different? So when you get to high school, and so you said when you got to high school, you still had that mentality. So what made you change your behavior, your approach?
That should last 4 years. After that, it ain't no more school. The middle school is just you still got time to get yourself together. But why would I do it now if I still got time? That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
I felt I don't got to change right now because I still got to go to high school and I still got to get everything done. Why would I do that now? But once you actually get to high school, it's these are really my last 4 years. After these 4 years, you ain't going back to school unless you go to college, but that ain't high school. You ain't doing nothing other than being told what to do 24/7. Having to get your work done. Half of our teachers don't accept late work. We have some really cool teachers that know what goes on outside of school. Everybody got a life outside of school, but
I forgot when he gets attention, kid.
It's still school at the end of the day. Y'all gotta get y'all stuff done. But only thing that really made me change, I felt if I want to be treated like a young adult, you gotta act like one. That little kid mentality, arguing with everybody in sight, meaning teachers, meaning people, that is stupid. It's like arguing with your mom. You ain't never gonna win. You still gonna get in trouble.
And so you talked about a couple of things, but what's the biggest difference between high school and middle school?
Biggest difference between high school and middle school. It ain't no joke. this little bit of work that they giving y'all and letting y'all play free or roam free. I'm not gonna lie. We had so much going on. We were here. Mm-hmm. It was too much going on to the point where I don't know. It was just a lot going on. But it's more so the work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you can just get passed for being there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put the work in. You have to get everything you got to get done, or you ain't gonna pass. Me being in my last year, that's my motivation to get up out of here. I can't wait. I just want to graduate and get out of here.
And what if you could go back and do middle school over again? Would you do anything differently? And if you could, what would you do differently?
yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the way we played around and we had fun, no. But the way I acted in school with teachers, towards students, towards staff, just staff in general, yes.
Why would you change that?
Because then once I got to high school and word gets around. Like, officers that don't even know you.
Reputation.
Yeah, word gets around, and it's like, if they know you from middle school, knowing that you were that kid that just started for no reason, they're going to be in your head 24/7.
So it makes things more difficult.
Yeah, and it's no point. It don't gotta be.
It's a waste of time. What and what are you doing now? So you're a senior in high school. Like, what are you doing? What do you got going on?
Well, I'm in a Voltec.
And what's that for people that don't know?
Voltec is like, so it's basically like a starter college. So we do, this program that I'm in is health sciences. What we do is we come in, we do notes, and then we go into the lab, meaning it looks like a straight hospital. We do clinicals. Once we get past for everything, we end up going into the hospitals, and we work with real people. But we have different programs in there, like the Aston building is all technical. So like people that want to fix computers and all that stuff, that's over in Aston. But the one that I'm in, we got cosmetology, it's the nursing, the firefighters downstairs, the collision repair, the automotive, and what else is in there? I think it's one more and I can't remember, but it's a lot to do in there. And then it's like, I feel like your senior year, or your junior year, you shouldn't be in school all day. Like, find some other thing, because school, it burn you out.
And what are you in Votech for?
I'm in health sciences, so meaning like nursing.
Okay.
But after, I plan to go into surgical tech when I leave.
Okay. So are you going to go to college? Okay.
Yep.
And what's that process like? Like trying to get in college and stuff?
That's the most stressful thing ever. Like, you really gotta, and then that's another thing. With you going into high school still acting like you in middle school, that goes on your transcripts. That goes on everything, all your records, all that, meaning your grades, your actions, your attendance, everything goes on that. Colleges won't look at you if you a hothead, I almost cursed, but they're not gonna look at you if you're doing all that extraness. They're gonna look right past you.
And pick somebody else.
And they're gonna take your spot. No matter if you're going to school for something small, like especially a medical program, they will give your spot up easily. Like me, I messed up my 9th grade year. I had to get myself together 10th, 11th, 12th.
So it's harder when you, like in high school, if you have a bad month, like semester or whatever, like because I went through that like almost in college similarly. You have to work like twice as hard almost to get back to just like where you started. What if you have one piece of advice, think about this, for like all the kids at Penwood Middle School right now, based off of you went through Penwood, you went through the high school, right? You made corrections, you're doing the right thing, you're on a track, you got exciting stuff in front of you. What's like one piece of advice that you have for a kid sitting in Penwood Middle School right now?
Can't think about now. That's the main thing. You cannot think about now. All that showing off for everybody else and wanting to be down and wanting to be cool. That ain't even cute. It ain't nothing. Once you get to high school, all this middle school stuff goes out the window. Once you get to high school, it ain't no middle school. It ain't no, I was in elementary. It was that there. You need to get yourself together now. Because ain't no coming back if you come back in high school and mess up. Ain't no coming back from that.